Right, looks like I'm ready to go. So, welcome. This is going to be a dev video with some playtesting of the features that I'm going to dev. This might not be for all of you because of the dev involved, but welcome and enjoy if you can. So, let's get this started. On the bottom left window, it looks like we want our application. So I'm missing that at the moment. Let's get that across. And as you can see, we've got the gaming table there for now. But we will be moving to the dev screen. There we go. So let's clean all this up. Close all the tabs for now. So what I'm looking at doing today is basically the turn timer as such, and the fact that the rules in this game only allow you to play with one character per turn. Then it goes to the other player for their turn. They can therefore use one character per turn. Then it goes back to the other player and use any of their other characters they have that haven't already taken their turn. Then once that character has taken their turn, the player ends their turn, and if all of their characters have had their turn, they get reset and you could pick any of them again. It's a bit of a complicated rule. I'm going to move the mic so it's closer by whilst I'm deving. I am looking to invest in some lapel mics or clip-on mics, especially for when I'm doing playtests. Right, hopefully that's clearer. It might be clipping a little bit, so I will move the volume down a little bit. There we go. Still maybe a little bit loud. Let's pop it down there. Okay. So, get my cup of tea. First thing I want to do is have a look at... Oh, hold on there. Let's move that there. This is on my other screen. Let's just go back to the app screen for a minute whilst I do this with the live stream. Let's have that there. No, let's have that there actually. Let's have OBS there like that. Okay, I think we're pretty much there. If I remember, it's Control F2. Move back to that. That's not what you want to be seeing. It is probably more like this. Go back to the dev screen. Okay. Here we go. So, where do I start? some another sip of tea. Always helps. So we'll go with the data access layer first, and on the seeder I've noticed that I did put a characteristic of action points for each character, and they are in nicely. Let's just make sure this is nice and tidy there, some spaces. So at the moment each character has 2 action points. Obviously we can change them as and when, but it's 2 for the moment. Now I need to have a look at the DB models, and we have the, I think it's the user party character. No, it will be, so if we look at the user showdown, oh yes, that's why I've got it in its own, shared in a file here. Let's extract that out and move it to its own. That's the events that we can change, but we'll not record events just yet. So it's the showdown character state, so it's the state of which the characters are in. And we've got their maximum HP, their current HP, whether or not they've taken their turn, which to be fair needs to be defaulted to false, and taking their turn needs to be defaulted to false. Current the maximum action points and the current action points. So we've got the DB model set, which is good. What I would like to do is when we do the creating of the showdown, we need to initialize everything. So it'd be either in the showdown functions or the showdowns functions. Let's have a quick look. Update showdown status, showdown functions. There's neither of them, so it's in the actual showdowns functions, and it will be create showdown. This is where we initialize everything, creating the showdown, getting all the characters for party 1, party 2 characters. Current HP and max HP are the same, obviously, when you're creating it. So, a bit like the same here, we're going to have to do the same here. Max action points. Oh, look at that. It does it nicely for us. I don't want to actually default anything there. If it can't find them, it should just crash. So it's not first or default. It's first. Get rid of all that. Starting values, go into there. Current HP max HP, so then it'll be max AP and current AP. We're defaulting here. Taking turn. Let's just have them set there as well, just to be fair. Safe even. Like setting the position of each character, that's fine. So that's actually fine. I think that's all we need to do to initialize them into these showdown character state objects we have. What we need to do after that is where we get the showdown. So we're setting their current HP there. Right, so we probably want to do max AP and CS dot current AP as well, and we probably want to do dot taking turn. So we're collecting that all in that object there. Why am I looping through this? So I'm looping through each member. Oh, right, yeah, because it's a characteristic. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. That's fine. But let's then create the VM that will get sent back to the client. So we've already got the taking turns there. This is duplicated for the different parties. This is where I'm getting the showdown, getting the full showdown, and all the information. Current action points. It actually needs to be renamed. It's not players. It's it's user ID term. So that determines what current user we're on. You know what we need to do? We need to probably so a turn count there. That also means because of that we need to go to the showdown itself and record. Turn count there as well, defaulting it to 1, and that's fine. Not now. So we've got it in the VM, we probably want to put it into the VM, and that would be here, no, here, turn count equals header dot turn. Why isn't the header got it now? Header. I'm not selecting it here. Turn count. Turn count. Let's get rid of these here. So then they'll return the showdown on the get for the showdown. That's fine. That's good. We could give that a quick whirl, but we probably want to have a think about how we display that on the showdown on the client side. So at the moment we've got some text up here. That's to show whether we're online or not. That's the signal R information there. Fantasy header, those styles. Yes, actually, I've updated those styles. In the home one. That shows the showdown status. So let's go h3 class equals fantasy header 2, and then we'll put turn showdown dot turn count. So that will show what turn we're on. Did recognise that there was something missing in terms of when we're clicking we're ready. Where was it? It's if it's scheduled. So we say we're ready. Null checks. Change the count showdown status. The problem is here we need to reload the showdown. That's probably why it wasn't showing. So reload the showdown there. Interestingly, I've not put a processing flag for it to show up that it's processing whilst we're doing changing the status. And load the showdown, cool. So that will hopefully do the bits where it's just going to show everything. Let's give it a whirl. So everything's still processing okay. We are still live. 0 people joined though. That's fine. Let's see, can I do that? Yes. Let's get another one. Can I do that before it goes through the screen? Yep. Alright, let's register with this and log in with that. Let's register with a different account here. Should know that already, but okay, log in. Okay, let's create some parties. This is all an in-memory database, so it spins up new and empty every time. Gee, I don't need too many in there at the moment. Let's create another party, test 2. Let's go outlaws. Let's create the gang boss to be in there. Let's create the showdown. My test 1. That other user, their party. Okay. Oh dear. Start doesn't look too good there, does it? Oops. Okay, but if I click ready there, yeah, it's still got the ready button. That's a bit silly. Let's see if we can just sort that out by debugging it a minute. It should be coming down to here. Click ready. Ready. Did it succeed? Yes. So, should be loading the showdown. If we go back to do that there, and then we can see the showdown. Player 2 status, player 1 status. We've set to scheduled. I should be changing it there. Showdown status. Ready up again. Well, so we're clearly sending the in progress. So we need to find the API endpoint for Showdown status. Showdown functions. Update status. Put breakpoint there. Alright, so we get in. Adjacent isn't null. We're setting it to in progress. Player status 1. We're setting it into pro. So it's actually set it. So back where we were, in the get, look, s dot player 1 status, s dot player 2 status, and then back where doing this, header dot status. Well, that is wrong. It's header dot player 1 status. It's obviously player 2 status. Now then, I think I've found something that helps with the hot reload if I have my DevTools open. So, okay, let's do that. Let's put a breakpoint. No, let's put a breakpoint at the top of this API. Yeah, got build errors. Build errors. Where are the build errors? I'm going to be able to see them, am I? Fine, let's stop it there. And let's rebuild it. And I guess whilst we're here, let's have a look at that styling at the top. You know what, I am not going to care about nice styling at the moment. Let's stick it all in the mud stack and just do mud text. Sort of typo of H1, typo H1, yeah, and it'd be that as the text. This will be fine for now. I'm not too bothered about things looking too pretty at the moment. Get rid of all that. Let's give it another whirl. Got my little doggy in here and I think she's desperate too. Come out. Come on, Evie. Say hello to everyone on the stream. Not that there's anyone there. Just do this bit of testing, then I'll let you out. Register with that. Let's register with that one. Let's log in. Parties. Test 1. Marshall's create. Let's add one character. That's at home. Test 2. Outlaws. Gang boss, home, showdown, create a showdown, test 2, this user and their party. Of course we've got a breakpoint there, let's get rid of that. And another breakpoint, let's get rid of that. Ooh. Yeah. When I said I wasn't bothered about the styling, could do with something a bit better than that. Anyway, let's just see if this works. So if I'm ready here, breakpoints for them. Should have done this before, but they're all gone now. Right, yeah, so that's now set to waiting. It's good. And then they must be ready, processing. Right. Good. Obviously it's not turn timing. It's not adding the turns here, but that's fine. I didn't actually expect that to work because I've not even built that in just yet. Okay, so time to test the other screen for the break. I'll be back shortly. And it's that one. Right, I'm back. So yeah, that styling wasn't great. I don't want to spend time doing that. I want to do the functionality. Maybe if I just did just make it all the primary colour. Maybe if I just put it in a mod paper for now. Maybe that will suffice. We'll see. We will see. But what I really want to do is get the action points reducing. And logging yeah. So the place where I'm going to be doing that will be, the only place I've got an action at the moment is on the using the weapon, and what we're doing here, character use weapon request. So need to find where I'm calling that on this click, which is in here. And I need to do it like as async await miss on click. So the options that you've got when you're using the weapon is you can cancel, which means you wouldn't actually use an action point. You can hit and miss, and then you just confirm it. So if you hit, that just goes to confirm the amount of damage you've done. If you miss, that just closes it down and should log the miss, which should log an action point. So that's good. So that means we go back down to on hit. Don't actually need to do the request on hit. So it's just on the miss and on the confirm wounds, which could be 0. So targeting's fine. I tell you what, doing these live streams seems to absolutely hammer my laptop. It's getting warm on one side. It's not really hammering the CPU or the memory's a bit high, but that's actually Visual Studio. OBS doesn't do music much at all. Fine, it's all learning. So I need to go find the callback for this use weapon, which is in here. No, it's this party member component, and we've got these tabs. That tab panel just shows the characteristics. This shows the weapon. Don't call back, use weapon. Right. Use weapon component. Here. One use weapon callback. So on the Showdown service, character use weapon. It's calling the Showdown character use weapon API. That's fine. So Showdown use weapon. So it's doing the check on the user ID to see if they're logged in and it's the correct one. It's then deserializing the JSON. It's getting the Showdown. I don't know why it needs to do that. So we're getting the character there. And the character on the weapon. Create a VM. Why? Returning a VM. Oh, was it used weapon? It was used weapon. There we go, that's more like it. So, get the attacking character, getting the target character, getting the weapon that's been used, which I'm not sure why just yet. Just see if there's any references to that. No, there's not. Don't think I need to know what the weapon is that's being used, so I've got to get rid of that. But then we check and see if there's wounds caused. If it's not null or it's greater than 0, it's taken it off the target character's HP. That is a Showdown character state, which is fine. Then it's sending a message to the user to say that they've lost wounds. So that's that there, wounds taken. The character display name has taken X amount of wounds, has taken, yeah, could do something better there, but not. And it's just saving changes. So actually what I need to do here is dead simple. I just need to do attacking character. What? Attacking character. No, it's just one. And then we're doing save changes. Yep, that's fine. Then what I need to do is attacking character dot is taking turn is true. And then probably what I want to do is if that is less than or equal to 0, should never be less than, and taking turn is true because I got no more turns left. Which I might not need that because you can infer that from how many action points I've got left. But for now we'll keep it. Okay. So then once the characters use the weapon, just thinking about movement, because that's actually a action point which would need to log. Are people going to get annoyed with having to update that they've moved them on the app? I mean, this game basically does hinge around having the app. If we just make it easy in the UI for it to happen, then it should be okay. Okay, let's just stick with this for now. You don't need the app, I think, to play. It's just a handy companion app. Anyway, let's carry on. I like the idea of the app. So once they have used the weapon, need to load the Showdown again. This is a little bit annoying. Well, the other thing I need to do then is prevent other characters from being able to use actions. Now then. That's just showing if it's the user's turn. I'm sure I've got something in the party component that does this. Action enabled. It's a parameter. Action should be actions enabled. Let's find our references to that. I see, so they've done this. So is it the user's turn, obviously, and then that they haven't taken a turn? But then also, you take into consideration all the other characters in the party. It's going to be an interesting one, this. Where do I do that property? Because somewhere I need some logic to work that out. I reckon I could just call a method there. Yeah, let's have a think about. Let's have a little play at that, because it's going to be too bad. Let's clean that up. Let's not put it there. Let's have it here, private. There's not going to be async. Can character use actions? We want to pass it in the character. So that's a little bit of help there. If it's not the user's turn, then return false. I don't know what that help was all about. If character's taken their turn, return false. Return true. Right. Why did a void bull? What a weirdo. But this isn't taking into consideration other characters. So if I'm just going to showdown dot need to know which party they are. So if it's player one, right, and if showdown dot party player party one dot members any where x, oh dear. If any of them take in turns, let me just do var current character taking turn equals dot first default. So if current taking turns, yeah, that's kind of what I want, wasn't it? If it's null, means there isn't one taking a turn, so I can return false. And I can return. Can character use actions? If it's not, it's their user's current turn, it's false. If the character has taken the turn, it's false. If the current character is taking turn is null, then it's true. I don't know why it's saying false. Or just get rid of that. Sometimes IntelliSense can help, and sometimes it's just a waste of time. Like this, that's fine. The current ID is the character's ID, then that's fine. I'm going to say if it's false, because we've got the true there. Right, I think that'll work. Let's just give it a quick test. We'll only be doing this dev session for probably about another hour, maybe an hour and a half. Yes, that is my email address. If you want to email me, you're more than welcome to. What we're going to have to do for this test is we're going to have to make sure we've got multiple characters with weapons in the party. I guess for the other, you don't have to too much. So he's got weapons, he's got weapons. Let's go to Showdown. Ugh. Surely there's a better way to make that look. I'm using Mud Blazer here for my components.
fields might be good. Could just use a field hunter. Yeah, might change that in a bit. Okay, so that shows that you're waiting. It's waiting now. It's both in progress. I don't want to be testing on that because it's this guy's got 2. So if I've got my weapons here, currently they both can use. So if I go use, target, I'm just going to say miss. Attacking character, current AP is null. Attacking character, current AP is null. Why? Oh. Attacking character is null. That's my call, isn't it, on the miss? I have to check that actually. Let's do a let's do it again. Target, I'm going to say hit. Do 1 damage. So has his action points gone down? No, they haven't. Refresh. Action point still 2. Right, let's double check this. So it's the deputy using targeting the gang boss, hits him and does 1 damage. No, he does 0 damage. Current AP is 2. Taking turn is false. Oh, I think I know why. Doesn't help that I've got no tracking on. Will it let me hot reload? Probably not reload. It has. Ah, it hasn't. Well, at least what we can do now is go back to the view. Let's do this. So my texts. Let's go with. I'll just grab that. Oh, I'd rather the outlined one actually. Let's grab that. I'll just write this myself, to be honest. Outlined. Showdown. Let's call that. That's the text for it. Another icon in there, did they? Fair enough. Oh, just type it in mid. There's a field. Table will have as status variant is the variant outlined. It's the status. mod viewed. Oh, I had it then. That label equals turn variant outlined. And we don't need that turn colon there because it would be the label. I wonder if I need a container in there. You know what? It's not going to harm. At least it will definitely give it some padding. And let's make sure it's in a mod stack as well. Okay, let's register again. Register and log in. Register. Log in. Let's go to party. Where's Marshalls? Give him the carbine. Same old. Give him deputy. Let's give him a carbine. Oops. A little bit better. Right. So, US Marshal. Weapons. Use. Target the gang boss. Hit the gang boss. 0 damage. Look at your stats. Action points 1. Yes. Good. So he can still use it. And he can use his... Oh, you know what? I didn't actually plug it in to use the method I created, surely. Where's that method that I was creating? Can character use actions? It was on the use weapon component? No. In the grid of all the characters. Can character use actions? Passive a character. Jeez, why did you go all the way over there? Save that. Let's see if we can get some sweet reload. I don't know if it will. Yeah, it has done. Has it done it on the wrong one? And they're both local host. Ah, good. So yeah, so it works now. So this is basically the guy that's taking the current turn, so I could probably change that turn available. And take that away as turn unavailable. Where is that? Hmm. Party member VM dot taken turn. Actions enabled. No, it's just a property of this. Actions. If not, unable to take turn. No turn. Turn available. That'll do. Let's put that back up so we can probably see if we can get a. No, warning isn't great. I think it needs to be error. Yeah, it's better because it's red. Okay, so then let's get rid of that so it stops flashbanging me. So he's got one action point left. Let's fire again at him. Hit, no damage. No turn because he's got no action points left. He's got no turn, but he's got 2 action points left. Cool. But then if I went complete my turn, forget this. Complete my turn. No turn. Now why would he have no turn now? Because when I did complete turn, I need to turn off all the characters that are taking turn. So let's bring this back. Hopefully do some of this whilst we're in debug mode. So it's actually next turn. So the user says, I want to end my turn, next turn. So, oh no, that's the service. We need the showdown functions and do end user turn. commented out code everywhere. So this resets. Let's just put some here. Sets the next user, the other user as the current user. Then this gets all of them. That basically sets them all to so but I actually want to for each through them anyway, and taking turn is false, so because they're not taking a turn now. So if I complete that, don't need the breakpoint there to be honest. It's their turn again. I'm just going to pass back to their completed. They've got no turn, but they then can. So if I then go use, target, hit, no damage, use, target, hit, confirm. So they've no longer got any turns left because they've got no action points. Same with them. Complete my turn. That's your turn. Complete my turn. And they're reset. They should both have no action points. Which is strange. Because actually where it's there, taking turn, we need to go user dot current action points equals user dot max action points. Set them back to what they were. Problem is here now. I don't think. Yeah, because now they've both got. Yeah, it's complete turn. Complete turn. That's your turn. So he can take a turn because it wasn't actually logged, but on action points. Now they've got no turns. Go back, then give them back, and turn available. Action points 2. Action points 2. Perfect. Just wondering about the turn timer because we want to know what this is. And it's only one turn once you both players have had one turn each. So it's almost as if like actually instead of incrementing by 1, you increment by half. 0.5. Yeah. Yeah, so that means that the dowel for the Showdown needs to be a decimal. And actually, I think you need to start on turn 1. Of course. And then if we go to the, where's the function? Oops, I don't know what I did there. I must have pulled it out. It's not get Showdown, so it's the Showdown functions that end the turn. If the Showdown equals null, increment the turn count. Showdown dot turn count plus 0.5 because it's a decimal. Let me just put some comments here. Reset all characters taken turn to false. Yeah. Reset all characters taken turn to false. If all characters taken their turn, yeah. Thank you for understanding my code, IntelliSense. Don't need that there. So that happens there. Okay, now is the Showdown. There's no tracker now, good. Now then. Problem with this. So I want to do a round. And do a round down. How do we do that? You know what? For simple little things like that, even though I don't know them, I'm going to go and ask favourite ChatGPT. Let's get everything. Look, standard spaghetti portion size. Alien Earth species. In C#.net 8, I have a decimal that I would like to round to an int, but when it is like 0.5 or 1.5, it rounds down to 0 and 1 respectively. Oh yes, the banker's rounding. Yeah, I forgot about that. It usually happens if you're doing something like a cast, sort of wrap around. No, I want to do. Maybe I should just cast it to an int then. it's as simple as casting it to an int. That's fine. And then hopefully that will give us our turn timer as well, which we can use to decide when the game ends, because I'm thinking a game should last about 6 turns. Yeah, and we need to have a think about how we record the movement as an action. No reply, blah blah. Just blah blah. Buddies. I wish I didn't have to do this every time though. Give you a carbine. Give you a deputy. Give you a carbine. Got outlaws. Gang boss. So you have a carbine. We did do weapons for both of these, didn't we? Yeah. And you have a gunslinger. Carbine. Let's create a showdown. Oops. Showdown. Ready up. And ready up. So right, yeah, they're no turn because obviously it's not the player's turn. I'm going to go turn available. Weapons use action stats. So I could, because we'll have stats, weapons, I could have actions and items, because we're going to have bandages as well, so we could have another 2 tabs in there for the movement. Yeah, let's use that. I think we've got something to fix here actually anyway. Target the gang boss, gonna hit him, do some damage, boom. Yes. So he no longer can use anything. I've got 1 action point left, I can use the gun again. Right, target the gunslinger. Oh, let's just give it a second here, let's just have a look. Because it was on the use. I want to it's on the miss here. Hit is false. It's passing the weapon. I want it to know that it's the target. You want to be able to do that and log that it's missed. Attacking character is null. Why would the attacking character be null? Attacking character. Attacking character. Showdown. Let's just let it crash out. I'll just refresh this. It might have just bugged out because of the hot reload. Don't know if we're going to get much time to do the playtest today. Yeah, we'll see. Oh dear. Use targeting, miss. Attacking character does have an ID. Target character does have an ID. I think that was just because the hot reload hadn't worked. He's got no more action points. Can't do anything else. He can't do anything with his weapons. He can't do anything. So I complete my turn. We can get rid of that now. Stop it flash banging. So he can have a go. Targets the marshal. Hit. Does 1 damage. Yeah. And he's got 1 more action point left, so he can use that and target and misses. Oh, don't need that anymore. Got no turns. Oh, gang boss can do something. That doesn't seem right. How can the gang boss do something? Can't be allowing that. How can the gang boss be doing something? So we can check this. Because we just go to the method that we did here. And I'll just refresh the page. You should hit the break point. So it is the user's turn. That makes sense. Oh, hold on now. Which one are we looking at here? It is the gunslinger, which is the one we've got the issue with, isn't it? I think. Can't see it now. Anyway. Character. Taken turn. So the gunslinger is the one that we're attacking with. It's the marshal. Oh, it's the gang boss. Taking turn is false and false. So yeah. Oh, look. I did all that. But I didn't do the else if player 2. Because it would have gone down there and gone to true, but actually it's going to here. Yeah. Let's press play again. You can get rid of that. Not reload. Yeah. Let's get it on. Yeah, no turn. Yeah. That's better. We'll complete turn. The deputy had to go, the marshal can't, so if we go this, go target, we'll go miss, go use, target, we'll miss. Right, that's both of them now. Use all their action points. Complete, oh, turn timer. Turn, yeah, it's working 2. So it should go up to, because I clicked one there, that must be 2.5, but it's rounded to 2. So when I click complete turn there, it should go to 3. Yeah, so the gang boss can now use. Hit the marshal. Just miss. Let's do it again. Hit the marshal, miss. No turn, no turn. Complete turn. It's gone to turn 3. They're back. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. I think we could do much more on the style. It's going to be a bit janky to use in an app, I think. But we can clean that up, I'm sure. Right. I'm just going to have a quick break. I'll be back in about 10. So, I'm back. So where were we? Got the turn counter. We have each character able to take a turn, use the weapon. I think we need to do the movement action, because to playtest it at the moment, the only actions I've been doing are movement and shooting. There is one feature I need to put in the shooting, is the modification for the soft and hard cover. A character may be in, but I don't think I'll get time to do that tonight. So let's get the movement action in, because that'll round it off quite nicely. So that will be in the party member component. I'll have to create another tab panel. And obviously it's not going to be a table of stuff, but it's going to be actions. Now let's have a look, see if we can find a decent icon for the actions. Mud Blazer. Is there anything under action? No. What about move? No. Let's have a look at them all. Could do the 360. All these are shouting out to me. No, nothing is shouting out. Auto awesome action. Backhand. Backpack for the. That could be good for the. Because we do need another one, and it would be items. Go back. Backpack. Obviously there'll be nothing in it just yet. For actions, what could we use? We've got one viewer. That's good. I think I know who that is though. Oh, bolt. That'll be good for an action. And then we've got to have the list of actions. I mean, at the moment, all we're going to have is move. So, probably just want a button for that. So let's grab the button from there. And let's stick it in there. We probably want this to be a mud stack. Stick that in there. Mud stack. So a small button. Blah blah blah. Primary. On click. Let's just go. Move on click. And we'll call it move. And we're going to want private async task on move, no, move on click and grid ID. I'm going to need another callback parameter. Use action. Let's go to the definition of this. Let's just grab another VM. Let's create another VM. Call it user Showdown character use action VM. Just need the character ID. Don't need any of that. It's just that. So we'll use that on the action. Let's just have it as string as at the moment as an action name. It's required. Showdown, blah blah. Use action VM. Probably should be a request, to be honest, but character ID. What do we have any idea of on that? On the action? No, because it's just, we don't need to actually pass in an ID there. On move on click. Just move, that's action name. Just move. Yeah, because it's the party member's character ID and the showdown is passed in with it. And then, no, it's await, yeah, use action with that request. So if we then go back to the party member component, actually in this, isn't it? And then it will be use action. Let's just nick that for now. Character use action. Use action VM. Action VM. No, it's on used action callback. That's what we need. update the interface to have a character used action, used action. Yeah, it should be used action request. Let me go back to that. So that's wrong. It's not actually a VM. Used action request, because we need to send this to the server. Action request. I'm missing something here. Just remember what I'm doing. Use weapon. Use weapon. Unused weapon callback. Where am I doing that? Oh, because it's the weapon component. That's fine. That's fine, because it is actually this action, unused. Used action. Oh, I don't need a callback because it's in this component. I'll probably do though, because it's fine. We do want to have a callback because we probably want to do it in here. Unused action callback, blah blah blah, and then the definition. So Showdown character, use action request. Used action request. Showdown character used action request. That's right. Why is it saying it can't find it? Showdown character used. Sure, I renamed that. It's not allowing me to change it. Used action request. It's not letting me change it for some weird reason. It's fine. Because it's just use action request then. Into the implementation of that. yoink it, because we pretty much need all of it. Character used action. So the API is going to be Showdown character used action. Used action. Use action. Serialize that. I need a conflict there. Be a post. Yep. Then we'll go to the Showdown functions. That's the character used weapon, so let's yoink that. We probably don't need half of this. We'll rewrite it, and it's character used action. Showdown character used action. Check that they're authorized. Deserialize a used action request. Use action request. Need to work out why that didn't rename. Let me just try it here. Very strange. Whatever. Let's see if we've got it somewhere as a... There's nowhere in the code. Fine. Do that. Let's carry on getting the Showdown though, because probably going to want to update the Showdown, but what we want to do is let's just rename this to character, and it's the character ID. Not targeting anyone with it. I'm not reducing wounds, but we are obviously reducing the current action points. The fact that they're taking a turn. If it's 0, then they've completed the turn and then it's saved. So now we can call it here. Character used action. Placing task. Character use action request. Character use action. Let's just rename that request then. Can't be null. We don't want to set that. Then we reload the Showdown and we say state's changed. I think that's it. Give it a quick whirl. Oh, build errors. No. Move on click. That's not an ID. That was incorrect. Let's duplicate the tab. Oops, let's go on to the wrong screen. We want that. Let's register. Again, register. Log in. Let's get another US Marshal in there. Let's create this one. Outlaws. Back here, let's have a weapon for him. No, actually we don't really want to be caring about the weapons because we're just doing movement. Gang boss and gunslinger. Showdown. Let's create a new showdown between them and them. View. Ready up. Ready up. Right, so it's this guy first, this player's first, and then we've got weapons and actions. Let's move. So we should be down to one action point now. Yeah, move. Yep, no action points, can't move. It's not got a weapon. Complete turn. So did this guy have a weapon? No. Did this guy have a weapon? Yes. So let's just try moving. Just check the stats. Yeah, he's got one. So move again. Yep. Make sure the weapon can't be used. Yep. Complete turn. Turn 2. No actions available. Move. Move. Complete turn. Great. So yeah, I think I'm pretty much done with that then. For tonight anyway. I'm happy with the progress that's been made. I know I've not done any play tests, but I might do some of that tomorrow. Let's just commit some of this. Turn, counter, and character turn management with move action. That'll build and be up on the beta site in about 10 minutes. What I do think I need to do those because I changed the dev database is make sure those changes going in. Showdown. Turns. Just let that build and then deploy. Might just make a very quick TikTok to finish off tonight, but that's the database updated. Add migration to the repo. We'll leave it there, I think. Yep, there's been some good progress there today. If you're watching this after it's been live streamed and recorded, thank you very much. Any feedback would be great. Thank you and bye bye.